I feel about as rough as I look, and not really for a reason. I don't know. Like, my sleep schedule's a little shitty for some fucking reason. Last night was kind of my night off, so I slept in. I didn't sleep in. Fuck, can't even think. I slept early, but then I woke up early because I slept early. But I woke up halfway through my 8 hours, and I can't go back to sleep now. So I'm just gonna. I need to film this video because like I've spectated so many people go outside because of this, and I think at least this is the answer. It was for me. So I sound like shit. Also, get this. I was literally about to sit down and record this. I grabbed my robe and I sneezed 20 fucking times. Probably more. I lost count. I was sneezing for like actually 10 minutes straight. And fuck. I blew my nose and everything. I'm sorry. Okay, but I'm gonna record this now. Hopefully it'll clear up if I fucking smoke a little bit. Drink some water. I sound disgusting. Let's do this. So, this is a skill that like is definitely gonna change the game for you, man. Trust me. And I don't think, especially if you haven't thought about it before. It's awesome. It's nice. So first of all, what do I mean when I say fall out of love with women? So something that's undeniable, one, is how I'll lead off this video, is men fall in love quicker than women do, like by a significant margin. And you'll see this pretty often, especially in the younger years, when like guys will fall for girls that don't know they exist. That's usually how it happens. It's very rare that it's the other way around. I mean, it'll happen. Girls will fall for guys, but typically it's a guy falls for a girl that wants nothing to fucking do with him. It's because it's biology, right? He thinks he's hot, whatever. And oftentimes it's because he puts her on a pedestal in his head. There might be times I sneeze during this video. I'm probably going to just mute my mic. But it feels like I'm about to sneeze. It's fucking pissing me off a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Because I just want to film this. Stop. Okay. What you have to do is fall out of love with her on purpose. So that you can control yourself. So a lot of the main reasons that guys go outside, guys including me in the past, is a lack of self-control and valuing a woman too much. Like, you don't see her as a person, you see her as this prize to be obtained. And that's going to be your downfall, primarily subconsciously. Because a lot of the behaviors that'll drive a female away, you don't really realize you're actually doing. That's the best part. It's like when a bitch leaves, you won't really know what happened. It's really difficult to sit and evaluate, your actions if you're just acting and not really thinking, especially, right? So, but then again, don't overthink everything. So what's the middle ground, right? You don't want to think too much, but you don't want to think too little because, like, you got to find something in the middle. Why? Okay. You got to find something in the middle. And the thing you can do in the middle is to genuinely not want her so that you act a lot more naturally when you're around her. So you can appreciate her, but not want her. Don't lust for her. Not even sexually. I'm talking about wanting to have her and keep her. Especially if you're not, like, in that stage where you're both pursuing each other exclusively, right? The way to do this is two ways primarily. Subconsciously and consciously. Or actively and passively. Kind of the same. So actively and consciously, you could just reduce her in your mind. And this is a little bit... This isn't one that I would recommend you do often. Because it's not like a healthy thing to do. You just shit on her in your mind. Think of her taking a steamy shit that stinks and then missing and getting some on her fingers when she's wiping. Ugh, right? She's a person. She's done that before. Think of her fucking morning breath, or I don't know, the way she looks on her days off. Not just the days off from work or looking good. It's just like her days that are her off days. Because she probably looks rough. And you're going to have to deal with that too if you want her, Think of the dumb shit she says. You have to reduce her a little bit. And this isn't like, that's why I say you can't do this too much, because it's like not something you kind of want to do often. But this will work, dude. This will make you fall out of love with a woman if you do it enough and do it well. Second is the one I actually recommend, which is passively / subconsciously falling out of love with a bitch. Is you focus on other shit, and other shit, the best thing to focus on is yourself. And the best thing to focus on yourself is taking care of yourself. So cut your nails, take your trash out, clean your fucking room and shit like that. And focus on a gym plan. Focus on your next job, your side hustle, things like that. Like, do other shit. And Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG, said, this is fucking driving me nuts. I just want to talk, dude. Dr. K said, you can't, like, force yourself not to text a girl, because then you'll just be, you'll have that fire inside you. It's like, I want to text her, I want to text her, I want to text her. You have to attack the root of the behavior. So the root of the behavior is you don't have anything else to do, and so she's occupying your mental space. So you have to fix that and figure out other shit to do. It could be anything, right? So then you'll subconsciously at least love her less in your head. So, dude, like clingy behavior, a lot of times you can't even feel it happening. Clingy, like, desperate behavior. And that's the worst part, is like you really, it's hard to tell sometimes. I mean, you can have, a set of rules for yourself, like, I'll never text a girl twice, I'll never text her 3 times. After she takes too long to reply, I'm done. She doesn't give the same energy, I'm gone. But it's like those rules can kind of get hairy, especially if you're dealing with different types of women. So the best strategy is kind of to improve yourself to a point where you don't really care, and you have those 2 ways of doing that. Well, I guess improving yourself to the point where you don't really care is kind of the passive / subconscious way. And then the conscious way is, just doing that to her in your head, and then she'll have less real estate in there, and then you can replace that with other shit. I've tried both. Both strategies work very well, and this has improved things for me. Like, ideally, as the guy, you want to fall in love, like, in love second, and you want her to like you first, and like you more. I'm not even sick. Like, that's the thing. This started like 30 minutes ago. Relax. It's fine. Everything's cool. I'm just shitty. It's like low sleep, stuffy nose, and I really want to record this, so it's a little disappointing that I'm going to be sounding like, a fucking laundry machine while I'm recording this video. I don't know what's going on. But please try this, man. Especially if you have trouble, like, obsessing with women. And I think that kind of happens if you haven't dealt with many before, like, in the beginning. At least for me, the less experience I had, the easier it was for me to fall, to just fall for them. And I just fall over and not make a fool of myself, but I disappoint myself, I wouldn't, like, do anything embarrassing, but it was just like, why do I feel this way about this girl that I barely fucking know? And you have to fix that. And these are the strategies that I've used that work to fix that. Is like, either A, you can consciously and actively remove the power that she has in your mind by reducing her as a person, which, again, not a sustainable strategy. I do highly suggest the second one. But if it's like an emergency and you're tweaking, then yeah, I do the first one, boom. Or, 2, you have it be a slow process, and you allow women in general to have less of a chokehold on your life and your, mental space. And you have to replace that space with other stuff. That's the important part, is replacing the space. You can't just have the space empty, because she'll fill it back up, or they'll fill it back up, So you got to replace that space with something else. And I think self-improvement is the easiest one. Just see something you don't like about yourself, fix that, and spend time doing that, and spend effort and energy doing that, so that way she doesn't take effort and energy, or not effort, time, energy, and attention for the rest of your life. You know, that's what they don't deserve, especially if you're not exclusive with them, is like excessive time, energy, and attention. They don't deserve it. That's important. I'm trying to keep it cool, man. I'm just pissed. Like I can feel it getting stuffier. Like if they have to earn that from you, and if they haven't earned it, don't give it to them. Don't just give it to them anyway. Okay, like it'll save you so much, you know, space and energy and mental, fucking what's the word I'm looking for? It'll save you a lot of, you know what I'm trying to say, mental gymnastics. Just thinking about this shit all the time because it's hard not to, Pretty woman enters your life, you're a man. That's just how it works. I mean, probably. I don't think women watch my channel or watch these videos, but like, it's just how it works, So this is kind of a skill that you have to develop, and especially like if you don't, or if you're satisfied with yourself and you're like, okay, well, I'm ready for a woman, then it's easy to get caught up sometimes. It's ironic because like I feel like the two times that you get caught up, or at least I've been caught up, is when you're not ready for a woman and when you are ready for a woman. You know what I mean? Because you're like, all right, I'm ready. Where's she at? And then the other time is like, all right, I need one. And both of those times are like pretty bad times for me. So I think there's somewhere in the middle where it's kind of like, all right, one would be fine, but I'm working on myself still. It's kind of where you should be at. So I guess try those out and see how those go for you.